astrology, and other divinatory arts are not a replacement or substitute for physical or psychiatric health care. If this is an emergency situation or you are in crisis, please do not defer your wellness to readings or horoscopes. Seek situation-appropriate, qualified assistance instead. Hey there, Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your monthly astrological forecast for July 2022. And just a quick reminder, if you ever want to get a session with me, you do need to go to my website, integrativemysticism.com, or you can follow the links in the down bar below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And of course, engagement helps this channel out a lot. And quick heads up, you know where we're going with this. I am aware that Jupiter is going retrograde at the very end of this month, but I do want to cover that in one of my special deep dive videos, so we are saving it for that. We won't be covering it here, but again, it is at the very, very end of the month after all anyway, so that'll be coming out here shortly, so stay tuned. So what is going on when it comes to your month of July? We'll start with the sun, right? Where is all that special focus? Where are the highlights? Where's the attention, enhancement, and support going to be? Well, the sun is in your fourth house of home and family, the domicile, home economics, home-based business, Cancer, through the 22nd of the month. And with the sun in the fourth house, there is a huge focus on transformation of the home environment, the family environment, as well as all interactions, engagements, pursuits, and projects there. With the sun in the fourth house, this can be a great time, especially for those of you who are looking to make any kind of transformations to your environment in order to make it more conducive to your goals. A lot of you are going to find that a lot of investments that you've been making in your home or in your family are going to be rising in value, in productivity. Home-based business operations and home economics are going to be booming this first 3 weeks of the month. And you're also going to find that with the sun here, there's also going to be a lot more opportunity for bonding, play, right? Growing and strengthening relationships with those that you consider to be your family, whether they are blood kin or in-laws or even chosen or found family, because the sun is assisting you with starting a new story here and planting new roots here. As we get on from the 22nd through the duration of July, the sun has moved on into Leo, your fifth house of love, romance, creativity, recreation, and of course, parenthood. And with the sun in the fifth house, this is going to be a time where all of that attention, enhancement, and support is transforming the way you bond with your children, as well as the way you bond with potential love relationships. Existing committed or married couples are going to be having a lot of fun here as well. And we're also seeing this as a time where a lot of new help is coming your way when it comes to those of you that are looking to maybe broadcast or put yourself out there with a certain creative project or pursuit. Attention is the name of the game here, and so you may also be finding that with the sun in the fifth house, a lot of things that you maybe keep to yourself are becoming quite popular. You're also getting an opportunity to find a new way to bond with a romantic partner or with one of your kids in a way where you are each able to find a new source of, let's just say, restorative recreation with each other, bringing in more play, bringing in more adventure, bringing in a lot more levity, right? The sun is all about enhancing what actually is the glue that grounds a relationship so that it stays strong or maybe gets stronger, especially in new relationships or in new parent-child connections. The sun is going to help to really connect to the true nature of the right in the right way or the right way to bond with one another. And we're drawing in a lot of new love potentials for those of you who are currently single or available, as well as a lot of you who are currently married or coupled are going to find that this is going to bring a nice honeymoon phase for you guys to enjoy again, or maybe enjoy a different way. We have Mars, the planet of action, passion, that obstacle clearing driving force, in Taurus as of the 5th of July and will be here well into August. This is your second house of earned income, employment, your values, your valuables. And with Mars in the second house, this is all about giving you an industrious and enterprising edge in all things you do regarding money and your professional life. This is a great time, especially for those of you that are looking to get your nose to the grind and really rake in a lot of cash really, really fast. However, as you've heard me say in the past, when it comes to Mars in the second house, there can also be sort of a demand for a lot more labor, a lot more work, and a lot more energy from you. And so there's also going to be a very strong potential for some mandatory overtime, take-home assignments, and make sure that you're just, doing your best to balance your ambition with your workload. However, this is a great time to get ahead on the rest of the year. This is also a time where a lot of you are going to be breaking a lot of glass ceilings. We have Venus, the planet of love, favor, popularity, and affection, in Gemini through the 17th of the month. This is your third house of communications, pacts, promises, commitments, as well as helpful third parties. With Venus in the third house, this is a time where you are having a lot of people in your community hook you up in all kinds of different ways. Venus in the third house does bring that helpful third-party attention to grow, to propagate, to popularize, to advertise, whatever you need to be putting out there, even if it's yourself, because Venus in the third house can also be very helpful if you are looking to, say, get recruited or get some kind of professional connection on the road, or if you are looking to maybe get fixed up, matchmakers when it comes to love as well. Very strong with Venus in the third house. This is also a time for those of you who are thinking about publishing, or those of you who are thinking about making a different name for yourselves in your local community, creating a stronger peer group around you, are going to find all of the people that are the best fits for the job. After the 17th, we've got Venus moving on into Cancer, which is, of course, that fourth house of home and family and home economics and all of that good stuff. And with Venus in the fourth house, this is a time where a lot of new comforts, a lot of new luxury, as well as, yes, new wealth and new abundance is going to be coming into your home and household, not just through yourself, but through other contributions. Now, these other contributions could, of course, be a bit of good luck coming to a spouse or a partner. This could even bring a lot of generosity coming from other family members, whether they are, again, bloodkin, in-laws, or chosen family. It doesn't really matter here, because this is all coming in to change the quality of life of your home atmosphere and home environment. Venus in the fourth house is also a time where we are getting a chance to increase the value of everything that we have created ourselves. Now, whether this is a home-based business project, or maybe it is an investment that we have made, kind of like the sun there, Venus is boosting the value so that we can maybe cash in a bit on everything that we have put all our hard work, blood, sweat, and tears into. This is also a time where a lot of you are going to be getting a lot of favor, especially when it comes to any kind of major transactions or big moves you are trying to make for yourself or for your family when it comes to a living situation or how you want to run things in the domicile. We've got Mercury, the planet of communications, haste, and productivity, moving into Cancer, that fourth house, between the 5th of July and the 19th. That's where Mercury is going to be. And with Mercury in the fourth house, we are speeding up developments when it comes to all kinds of journeys that have taken a while here. Right, with Mercury, we're kind of moving up a lot of deadlines. We are speeding up a lot of developments, even with things we planned to take our time with. And it may be very, very good fortune to have that, because what if you did have some kind of 5-year plan or something like that, but we don't have to wait that long, right? A lot of 5-year plan kind of stuff is just there to keep people out of trouble if they're disorganized anyway. You might not need it. And with, Mercury in that fourth house, you may be finding that not only are we speeding up developments with aspirations that we put off for down the road, but we're also getting an opportunity to speed up the conclusion of a lot of narratives or a lot of stories that have been running in the household, whether household finances or maybe even with family narratives going back into the deep past, all getting resolved and reconciled however they're supposed to be resolved during this period very quickly. After the 19th, we've got Mercury entering Leo, that fifth house of love and recreation and creativity, and of course your relationships with your kids. And with Mercury here, we are speeding up developments, speeding up growth in relationships, even the ones that are fairly new, because with Mercury here, we are opening up a new line of communication, a new intellectual rapport, a new intellectual connection with existing partners, or for those of you who are single or available, with new partners, because with Mercury here, we're, of course, covering a very important part of relationships. We do need to have an intellectual connection. It can't just be about emotions. That's dysfunction. And with with Mercury in the fifth, there is a new pastime. There is a new goal. There is a new connection that is allowing you to have a stronger chemistry with all people related to this part of your chart. This is also a time where we're speeding up the development of a slow-going creative project or creative pursuit, making you more popular as well, and also speeding up developments with a potential collaborator. Relationships with your kids are also getting stronger because we're also finding a new way to have a meeting of the minds. And that's going to be with us as well going into August. We have a full moon. We always close up talking about our lunations. We have a full moon this month in Capricorn on July 13th. This is your 10th house of career, upward mobility, status, your station, right? Promotions, all of that good stuff. And with the full moon in your 10th house, it's opening up a window period between the 13th of the month and roughly the 27th, 28th of the month, depending on where you live in the world. And during this 2-week window period, right, a full moon bringing culminations, transitions, and endings, and climaxes, we're getting a chance to make a big jump when it comes to our career. Make a new name for ourselves. Maybe jump up a level. Yes, promotions tend to be pretty ripe during this period for you. And this is also a time where a lot of you are going to find that, yes, opportunities to give yourself a raise or make some kind of jump into not only a higher role, but maybe even change lanes or change vocational paths. If you have been looking for a chance to do that, it's a great time. And finally, we also have a new moon at the very end of the month, which is falling in Leo on July 28th. This is that fifth house of love and relationships, but also, of course, creative pursuits, recreation, and parenthood. And a new moon is all about seed planting, new beginnings, and initiations. And when we have a new moon in the fifth house, we are starting a new journey here. We are starting a new story. This could absolutely be a new love story, getting a chance to maybe finally get off the ground, or maybe a new love story getting started with a fresh beginning, a fresh face for those of you looking for love. Of course, it's a very strong love month for all of you anyway. We also have a new moon here helping to make something more official, whether this is official in terms of a contract, a collaboration, or yes, maybe even something related to officialhood with love. And there's also an opportunity for those of you who are maybe looking to expand on your family, have kids. This new moon is a great time for those of you looking and hoping to conceive. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And should you ever wish to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.